the reason why I'm doing a recording on this particular one or commentary, it's more so of a reaction type of thing. Because when I watched it, I was just expecting some stupid meme material. But what I got instead was a better appreciation for my own father. Um, I know the video is called Toxic Daughters, but these people exist. So let's get this started.
And I tell him that he doesn't even have half of my followers, so he has to piss off.
Anna Maria Wright, get in the car.
Who is that?
My father.
The one who likes feet?
Ew. Okay.
No, the real one.
How long do I have to wait? I am waiting for your explanation.
Like what?
Why weren't you at school today?
I did not feel like it.
You had an exam today for which you studied so much.
I don't care about exams.
So what, are you not going to finish school? Is this another of your brilliant idea?
I don't need school.
A lot of things nowadays require like, at least even a higher education. I mean, personally, I really wish it didn't, but it does. I mean, and the thing is that, like, it doesn't even matter if you're rich. If you're not doing something that you want to do in life and having fun with it, that's torture. It really is.
So you'll be hanging around at home until I'm gone, and then what?
I'll see.
I'll see, maybe later. You don't think about your future, about security, about ensuring your well-being. Nothing gets to you. Either some naked pictures on the internet or you run around in my house with confetti gun and your poor mother has to clean it up afterwards.
That's probably true. I mean, that there's nothing I can really say for that or against that. I mean, those TikTok videos where you see those girls just shaking their butts and stuff and freaking shooting confetti everywhere or whatever. They're not the ones that are cleaning that up. I really seriously doubt it.
What happened to you? Don't you realize that you are almost an adult?
Now, that's a thing there too. She's almost an adult, but she's putting a lot of videos on the internet so she can get creeped on by some really creepy people. That's society. That's the society we're living in right now, folks.
I arranged tutoring for you so you could have an advantage in school, and you do nothing with that. How many children did not get the same chance from life as you? How do you repay us? Waving your ass to the camera to the delight of some perverts? That's not how I and your mother raised you.
That's a very good point.
Sorry.
Sorry for what?
Take this.
What is it?
Eye contacts.
What do I need them for?
In my work they find out about your photos, so I told them that it's not you and you have green eyes. Wear them when one of my friends comes to our house.
I don't want to.
Well, it's that hard for you to do this for me now? What are we going to tell your mother?
That's a really good point too. It's like he doesn't want his daughter to be known as a thought. I mean, you could actually hear it in his voice. It's like he doesn't want her to have the image that could potentially destroy her life.
Nothing.
So you just going to lock yourself in a room so that we can detach themselves from you? Do you only need us for this? So you could sleep in our house and eat at our table? What will happen next? What if we're gone? Because if you don't want to finish school, you must go to work. And I do not know if some princess like you can find a well-paid profession without any school.
I'll be rich anyway.
I wonder how?
I have many followers.
What?
People watching me on the internet.
You were supposed to delete this account.
It's not that, it's a different platform.
I do not understand.
These are short videos, sometimes funny, sometimes wholesome. Hence the confetti.
I'm sorry, shaking your ass isn't wholesome. There are some wholesome TikTok videos, or just short videos, or Vine videos, or whatever type of videos, but they are dwarfed by everything else that is considered sexual. Sorry.
Oh. And can you earn from this?
Well, if you do live streams or have sponsors.
And when will you have these sponsors?
Maybe tomorrow? Maybe in a year?
Maybe in 10 years. What are you talking about?
It's, he's got a point. It's like, what are you talking about? There are people out there that do get sponsors and whatnot, followers, and just end up being incredibly successful. And I'm not, dissing those people, but you're basically taking a shot in the dark. It's a really, really high risk move. And the only reason why she could even do this is because, her dad and her mom are working.
Just go to work now and don't expect everything to be given for you on a silver plate.
I don't think so. If you think I will be fine working day after day and then earning as little as you are, then you are blatantly mistaken.
Wow, that's really fucking harsh. That guy busts his ass for you, and that's what you're gonna say to him? Okay. Those are almost fighting words.
I earn good money.
No, you don't.
Yes, he does. He is actually living in the real world while you're chasing a frickin' dragon that may not be there.
We can't afford traveling, cars, flights to Europe for shopping weekends.
Oh, wah.
What the f are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think this is how life is? That people sit on deck chairs all their days drinking margaritas while being lazy? This is not what life looks like. When you grow up, you will understand that sometimes it does not matter how much you earn, but whether people respect you. Because what if you can fly back and forth on a private plane and then you can't even meet people's eyes? If they mock you because you make yourself a laughingstock on the internet?
I'd rather be a laughingstock and be rich than working half of my life and have nothing like you.
There's a difference between being funny and being a total laughingstock. What you're saying is that you don't care about your self-esteem, and you just... By the way, this is what got me right here. And have nothing like you. He didn't have to have you. You wouldn't exist if he just decided one day, I don't want a kid. You would not be here. He could have went out and, became like a massive rich career man or, anything else. But he chose to have you along with your mother, and you're literally attacking yourself and saying you're nothing. You called yourself worse than a laughingstock, and this is how toxic daughters, when they argue with their fathers, when they try to one up their parent, they don't know that they're attacking themselves. This is something that this man is going to remember. That pain doesn't go away. Like, men have fought other men for far less. For far less offensive things said to them. Like, if a man approached a man saying, you have nothing, and he has, a kid, a good house, a good paying job, yeah, he's going to want to probably, and might knock the guy's teeth out. But she is literally calling herself less than nothing. So imagine that pain, but having the self-restraint to not smack her across the face and still saying, I love you, I want to be there. I mean, honestly, like, I mean, people could say that me making that remark of smacking across the face, um, oh, that's abuse or whatever. But why would you say something so horrible about yourself just to one up your parent? The only reason why I even say that is because that's something, having that level of restraint to not actually do that. And you'll see in a second, if you look at the guy's eyes, he'll start tearing up, but you won't see any tears actually fall. It really sucks. Living with that type of pain and still saying, we love you, we'll be there for you, we want to hold you, hug you, make sure you're okay. It's just, that takes a level of strength that even far exceeds my own abilities. And it's getting harder and harder every passing day.
No wonder Mr. Sissy is laughing at you. Admit it, Dad. You're just jealous that we have the opportunity to achieve something at a young age.
No, he's not jealous. He just wants to be there for you to make sure you're making the best choices for yourself. It's like my dad did for me. And that's why I chose the life I have now. He influenced me to become a better person. And I've been through a lot of shit in my life. I'm a cancer survivor. I've had all this shit happen to me. But one thing I've never told my dad, even though sometimes we've come to blows, is ever tell him, you're just jealous on anything. Because I know how much he fought and sacrificed for ever since I was a little kid. I know how much he fought to keep me around, how much he sacrificed, how much child support he had to pay because of my brother and sister living with my mother and still providing for me, and him going days without eating so I could be fed and go to school. Buy me like school supplies, shit like that. And also keep tabs on my health and stuff like that. He did a lot to keep me fed and healthy. Sadly, cancer still happened, but he did the best he could. And I owe him my life for that. And when my dad dies, I'm going to cry. I'm going to fucking bawl my eyes out, and I don't give a shit if anyone thinks I'm weak for it. But my mom was never there for me. My dad was. My mom thought I was a mistake and I shouldn't have been born. Imagine that. But guess what? My dad's still alive, even though he has health issues himself now. And my mom died at the age of 37 or 36. I think, 36. Because she couldn't stop partying, she couldn't stop smoking, she couldn't stop doing heroin and cocaine and all these other drugs. My dad did them too, but when I went with my dad, he stopped. He stopped all the hard shit and became a positive influence in my life. I helped him. He even tells me that I saved his life. My dad saved my life too. I don't know if I'd still be here if I did live with my mom.
And you have grown old with the thought that soon someone will notice you in your stupid little job.
You see that? You see a little blue on his eye?
So you can finally be rewarded, but they didn't care about you after all.
I don't know who put such stupid things into your head, some crap about easy fame and money, but it's not true. And that you have the nerve to mock your parents who have sacrificed so much for you. I work 2 shifts to cover your education and you sneak out at night and go to strangers for parties, and then your poor mother has to look for you all by herself, alone, at night, and next day you just think we can brush it off like always? We gave you too much, we thought it would be for the best, but still not enough for you. You still want more. You will use us because you know there will be no consequences, but believe me, they will be.
Where are we?
Now you can do whatever you want. She's all yours.
By the way, the dad saying she's all yours means it's more of a metaphor of, okay, strangers, go ahead and have her. And here comes the stranger. When complete strangers become your closest friend, lovers and protectors, and the people who gave birth to you become an obstacle in our failure, and people become an obstacle of our failure. Yeah. This video, again, it's about toxic daughters, but me as a man, it really showed me why I appreciate my dad, why I am there for him through, his needs, and why I want to continue on being there for him, despite, all the crap that we did go through and the fights that we did have. It just shows you that family will always be there for family. And that's what these TikTok people don't understand. Is that, yeah, you can be famous for what? 15 minutes? You get your 15 minutes of fame. You get some money out of it. Okay, fine, whatever. But then you just blow it all, and then you end up poor, and then you end up on the frickin' street. And this goes out to the guys too that do the same shit. It's not just the women who do this. It's the young boys. You can't expect something that volatile to sustain you. And that was the message of this entire thing, is that, yes, you could become rich very quickly, but it's a shot in the dark. And then when you have that money, it's a very volatile environment. And it's not going to sustain you if you just go out and buy fancy cars, flights to Europe, and shopping trips. And we're not even talking about how it'll give you an overinflated ego, because it does. Remember to love your parents, your mom, especially your dad, because without them, you wouldn't be here. And it's not just because they had one night in the bed and then you got formed that way. No. You're here because they bust their ass and they sacrificed for you to be here. It's something that we as Americans have forgotten. And it's really, really fucking sad.